Good morning. Day 28. Just leaving Burlington Junction, Missouri, heading into Iowa today. We're going to be jumping on the Nature Trace Trail coming up here. So we've only got about 17 miles of regular road, maybe some gravel before we get to the trail. As you can see, it's dark on the horizon there. Expecting some thunderstorm cells to come rolling through. I think we're going to get wet. But with 58 miles today, majority on trails, only 1,500 feet of climbing, I think we'll be okay. Happy Independence Day.
Well, some days are better than others when you're touring. Kind of a sleepless night last night. Having some problems with my back that I've had for 30 years. And they reared their head yesterday, so it didn't help me out. Tried to get up and get out early this morning, but we got set behind. I don't even know why. And then pretty much riding in this for the day. I mean, the good part is it's kind of cool. I haven't seen a car in the last hour, so that's nice. But I'm wet and getting wetter. Check in later. All right, so we just came off like 17 miles of the Wabash Trace Trail in Iowa. And, maybe it's a good experience on a dry day, but it rained last night and it rained today, and that trail is nothing but a muddy, sloppy mess. And to say that it's a limestone trail is being generous, because there was a lot of mud, and then wherever there was any fixes, it was just crushed gravel. So I don't know, maybe it's a great experience when it's dry, but it wasn't a good experience for us. And if you're gonna ride it, don't ride it after a rain. It's just terrible. I don't even know what to say.
Okay, so we're on the last 10 miles of our route today. Finally made it to the country roads. We jumped off of that Wabash Nature Trace Trail because it was too swampy from the rain. It was just really hard to navigate, and it hadn't seen crushed limestone in quite a few years. So it was pretty muddy. A lot of hills. Iowa's not as flat as they say. A lot of rolling hills, just like in Missouri. So we rerouted onto a little bit of highway, a bunch of country roads, and added another 10 miles and doubled our climbing. So we're gonna get in about 3 hours later than we expected, but looks like it stopped raining and it's probably going to be clear skies. Well, clear of rain anyway, the rest of the way there. So I'm pooped. I'm sure Ken is pooped. We're presently debating whose back hurts the worst. He assures me it's his, so I'll let him have the Motrin first. Anyway, we're gonna try to see if we can get to a car wash in Malvern. It says there is one, and see if it's open on the 4th. At least this self-serve, so we can get this mud off of our bikes. The derailleur shifts on its own now because there's so much crud in there. But every day is good. It ends with us arriving safely for somewhere for the night. So far, it's looking up. It sure is pretty here, though. I'm loving the temperature change. It's probably about 85, 86 right now. Oh, look it, you can't see it, but there's Ken doing loop-de-loops in front of me. When I go slow, he gets so far ahead of me that he just starts doing curly cues in the middle of the road. I guess if you check his Strava track, you'll probably see these loops everywhere. That's Holly going slow. Anyway, we'll update you if we can get our rigs washed. If not, be hitting them with water bottles later.
Okay, so we started the day out in Burlington Junction, Missouri, and the trek was to Malvern, Iowa. And the plan was to jump on the Wabash Trace Nature Trail, which is about a 65-mile trail. It starts in Blanchard, Iowa. We got on the trail right in the start, you know, all excited about being able to ride the trail, and we thought it being covered would help get us out of the rain, because it rained for a solid 2 hours today, which was kind of unexpected. I mean, we thought there'd be a little bit of rain, but it was a pretty drenching rain for almost 2 hours. So I will say that the Wabash Trace Trail is probably better traveled on a dry day in the fall than it is anytime in a couple days around a rainstorm. It was quite honestly just a miserable churning of a ride down the trail. It was just too soft. It was muddy. There wasn't for the limestone trail bed that there was supposed to be. It honestly felt like pedaling through quicksand for most of the ride. And look, I don't want to knock the trail. It was awful for me. It was we were on it for 17 miles before we decided to bail and get out on the road. Our bikes were just caked in mud and limestone. I don't even know what to call it, but on a dry day, I bet it's fantastic. But it is not a pleasant ride when it's raining at all. So it really made today, at best, a difficult day all day long. So we ended up putting in about 64, almost 65 miles out of a 58-mile planned ride. We made it to Malvern, which has a really cute little depot that they've converted to a Airbnb for cyclists. Quite honestly, it's right on the trail. Nice accommodations here, and I would highly recommend it. So definitely check out Malvern's Depot for if you're passing through on your bike. 4th of July, pretty much everything's closed. We lucked out and found a local convenience store, Casey's convenience store, that was open, so we were able to grab some food, get cleaned up. We had to wash the bikes down and try to get as much mud off them as we could before we head out of here tomorrow. We're really debating whether we should jump back on the trail because there's probably another 40 miles of trail ahead of us, heading toward Omaha, Nebraska. But it's up for debate at this point, and we'll figure it out hopefully after dinner. So that's about all the intel I've got on the Wabash Trace Trail right now.